Always topical, never relevant. This is the Cardboard News Network.
Hello, and welcome to the Cardboard News Network. We're on the Cardboard News Network, where the news is cardboard, and we are networking with our best friends, top comedians, and funny people. That's right, always topical, never relevant. That's us. We're going to be giving you the news with no spin, no bias, just the news exactly as we imagined it. So welcome, and thanks so much for coming and joining us. I'm hearing here on my Bluetooth headset, I've got a Bluetooth headset right here, and I can hear that Chazz Redhead is also in the studio with me. Is that right, Chazz?
That is correct. I'm sitting right next to you in cyberspace.
So you are. There you are. What a good boy.
It's the other arm.
What a good boy.
Definitely the other arm.
What a good boy.
There we go.
Good boy.
I'm a very good boy. Thank you so much.
Good boy. All right. Hey, you see this? Bluetooth, right?
Bluetooth. That's very good.
You get it?
I do get it. I do.
All right.
It's very funny.
Plenty little of that still to come. Chazz, I thought we should clear something up right as we're starting on this here network. I'm going to say something off the record, if I may. So I'm just going to pull that off. Now, Chazz, be honest with me.
Mm-hmm.
Are we the only CNN?
Do you ever go to airports?
Is there an airline? I've never been. I've never flown, but or on a plane, but I like imagining it.
Okay, well, if you've never been to an airport, then I think it's safe to say that we are the only news network called CNN.
That's good news, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think we've got much crossover with airports. Is there anyone here watching from an airport? Is there?
That'd be great, but Heathrow hasn't replied to my emails.
It's a lockdown. What are you doing? I don't know. I don't think I've got anything to worry about, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
What does CNN even stand for? Not for us. I know that. It's written behind me.
Carol needs Nitol.
Carol needs Nitol?
No.
That is confusing. Yeah. It's not even descriptive, if I'm honest.
Not.
I'm gonna give it a heavy Google, I think, later. But we've got one hell of a news program lined up.
We do.
Isn't that right?
We do. We are a prestige online news network, and proudly can say the only news network that has yet to call the 2020 presidential race.
I'm not going to do it until I think I'm going to call it in 2024 because that's the only time when we can be sure.
That is true. Kanye still has a chance.
I believe so. And the thing is that if you're last, if we missed first because we didn't exist.
Yeah.
So we missed first. So what we're going for is the next most significant one.
Yeah.
And Chazz, I'd just like to celebrate that with a toast, if I may.
Absolutely.
So
I would love to toast. I have a beverage here.
Own cardboard mug right here. To us, Chazz.
To us.
There we are. Bloody hell, that's all gone. That's absolutely all right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh Christ, I made a real mess. Oh no, look at this. Does this violate Twitch if I show? Oh Christ. Anyway. Ugh.
It violates something, whatever it is.
Violates something, doesn't it? It violates something. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. People in the chat. What are people saying so far? Tom Curzon says he can confirm no CNN, and he's at Gatwick, so he would bloody know. If I'm honest, he would bloody know. Tom, let us know what's Gatwick like. Fill us in. And Continents News Network, according to Baldy3. I've seen on Twitter it's called CNN News, which means Continent News Network News, which means they sound real stupid.
Yeah,
if you ask me.
big old dummies.
Today we're gonna find out all sorts of things. We're gonna be taking a look at the very new PlayStation 5G.
That's exclusive. That's exclusive.
I'm thrilled, and we're also gonna be hearing about the news. And we're also going to be discovering the missing truth behind Charles Darwin's diaries.
Very,
before
very
we do
interesting.
That, Chazz,
can we? Also...
I thought it was worth clearing something up because there's a lot of confusion about tiers at the moment, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
And it's a confusing system, but I thought we should explain it while we're here, just to kind of get everyone on the same.
It's very
page.
important to explain the tier systems because The instructions have been very clear, but just in case people didn't get the very clear instructions, it's good to clarify.
Yeah, and also people don't know how it's decided. So I thought I'd let you in from my own government sources, and I don't mean ketchup.
Oh, very droll.
Oh god,
I love humor.
We must have. So this is basically the way the lockdown lottery works. Is contained in this here salad spinner are some different tiers. So that's tier FL. This is Timothée Chalamet. They all stand for different things. Yep. I'll explain as we pull them out.
Of course.
So this one, for example, is Tia Maria, and that means nowhere is allowed to serve alcohol at all apart from coffee shops. So it's all very simple.
Yeah.
And what the government does is you find a place. For example, where are you from originally, Chazz?
I was raised in Bedford.
Right in Bedford. So you say, oh, lockdown lottery, where shall Bedford be? And you give it a spin and see what's left. So I'm just going to spin that, if I may. Just going to... Okay, and we have a win. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah. Just going to spin that a bit more. Oh, Christ.
Oh, wow. So it's a last ball standing sort of situation.
Yeah, it's a last ball standing. So they really fly out, is what I found when I did the tech test. Oh, Christ. Oh, we have a winner. And that is TC, which stands for Timothée Chalamet. And that means French restaurants and bars will be allowed to open, but they can only serve you if you're under 25 or if you look it. So lucky you. And it also means they want to change the Challenge 25 signs, which is, I imagine, going to save money, isn't it?
Yes. And
so that's not bad, Bedford.
It's not bad. And thank you for assuming that anyone would assume visually that I am under 25.
You're welcome, Chazz.
I really appreciate that.
We are nothing if not positive news, are we?
Yeah.
We are absolutely nothing if not. In the chat, let us know, where are you from? And I'll let you know where your hometown or where you live will be in the next tier shuffle of the lockdown lottery. But Chazz, I reckon it's about time we kick off with some current affairs. What do you reckon?
Yes, it's time for my roundup of the week, I believe.
Take it away.
Let me do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my roundup of the week. I'm failing Twitch streamer and comedy hanger-on Chazz Redhead, and I will be your data analysis expert for today. Now, we have a lot of interesting charts and news stories to go through. Obviously, we did briefly mention the American election, and as you can see, we will get onto that. But for first-time viewers of the Cardboard News Network, I do have a breakdown of what this show will entail. As you can see, 44% Luke, 24% me, 17% Luke and me, 13% guests, and 2% hamster. We will have an exclusive expose from our hamster correspondent later on in the program. Now, in regards to the US election, we've seen a considerable dip in the concentration of Rudy Giuliani's hair dye. As you can see, it has maintained a pretty steady track until eventually trundling down the side of, one might say, the face of the chart at some point. Moving on, we'll be doing an expose on vaccines in the coming weeks, but just to give you an update on what the current effectiveness rates of vaccines are. We have one from Pfizer there, very effective. AstraZeneca, Sputnik 5, which is from Russia, and Capri Sun, a low effectiveness rating, very much only tackles the vitamin C deficiency that results in COVID-19. Upon further research, I think we might discover that is just a Capri Sun. More on that as we get it. Speaking of vaccines, the government wanted to print the Union Jack on COVID vaccines. And as you can see by this chart, there is a considerable increase in Union Jacks on things as there has been COVID deaths. COVID deaths for the first time taking over Union Jacks on things in the past couple of days. Now, the other thing is we have a prediction here. This is a prediction that I've worked on with some of the other data analysis team here at CNN. The amount of substantial meals consumed is due to skyrocket in the following weeks. As you can see, week beginning November the 16th, no substantial meals consumed. Some the week beginning November the 23rd. And as soon as we get onto December the 7th and 14th, a skyrocketing amount of substantial meals consumed. And then finally, a very simple pie chart for you, which illustrates both supermarkets and supermarkets that racists can shop at. As you can see, a fairly solid image. There seem to be no remaining supermarkets that racists can shop at. A very sad day for racists, but quite frankly, they can get in the sea. That's all, and I'll be back next week with another Roundup of the Week. Luke, back to you.
Wow, God, it's not good news for racists, is it? But maybe that should be our new tagline. Phileas X Leo has asked for Warwickshire, so I'm just going to run the numbers quickly on that, on what tier Warwickshire can expect to find itself in. Here we are. It is TH, which is Thierry Henry. He was a footballer. It's not very helpful, but in case you're wondering, that's who that man is. But now it's time for our main story of the week. And our main story of the week is Black Friday, which I knew was going to happen. And so I didn't have to read any newspapers about it, which was a real relief because I was making all this rubbish instead. But what is Black Friday and what happened? Well, to explain that, I've put together a short Thanksgiving pageant to explain all about what happened this year with Black Friday. So here we are. Okay. CNN presents The True Tale of Black Friday. And it's in rhyme as well. I should mention that. Okay. On Black Fridays that we've seen before, the crowd would flock to sales in stores. These plucky pilgrims of a kind have bargain bins, not God, in mind. But till 2020 reared its head and vowed to kill Black Friday dead. And Rishi Sunak, Scrooge McDuck, said, I hate shopping, so off you fuck. No perusing queues around the block. You lousy browsers, knock it off. Oh no, boo.
Boo.
Rishi hates spending with great zeal, unless it's for a half-price meal. If Pizza Hut must remain shut, then so must shops. No ifs or buts. Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Boo. But citizens, wait. Be of good cheer. For it's jolly Jeffrey Bezos here. Uncle Jeff is just on time. Our deliverance, Amazon Prime. He said, though the world has seemed quite black and you've lost out these few months back, I've just got richer. I've got a knack, and now I'd like to give some back. I've made 7 billion, which minus tax is still 7 billion, which is amazing if you think about it hard. It's amazing. But wait, said independent shops. This is not fair. You must please stop. Our sales will not withstand the wrath of Jeffrey Bezos's behemoth. If you can wait just 5 more days, we will be back. Tier 2 be praised. Oh, go away, said Jeff with glee. You'll go the way of HMV and Woolworths too. You'll not survive. My friends, come get the PS5. The people cheered. Cheer, everyone. Cheer, Chazz.
Yay!
And with one breath, they sang their praise of Uncle Jeff. And so should you. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a really good ending. Okay. And so should you. And so should all. Alexa, please, can I have some more? And he's eating Rishi Sunak. Well, I think that explains
Marvelous work.
I think that covers it.
That basically covers it. I have one quick fact check for you.
No, Chazz, go ahead, mate. I've looked it up.
Okay. So during the lockdowns, Amazon has actually made 70 billion, not 7 billion.
70 billion? You sure?
Yep.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
If you counted a second, you counted 1 billion seconds. That would take ages. That would take longer than this show. But we don't know yet. We don't know,
We don't
Chazz.
know.
And that's why we shouldn't judge Jeffrey, Uncle Jeff. John, is it 70, really?
Yeah.
You told me that before and I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know.
But Chazz, what this is all really about is that I went down to Black Friday online and I got hold of a PS5.
You went down to Black Friday online?
I went down to Black Friday online.
Okay.
And Chazz, I'm very excited to show.
I'm excited. I'm a big gamer myself, so I'm excited.
Are
to
you
see
really?
This. Yeah, I did.
Have you got a PS5? Did you not manage to get one?
I did not manage to get one, sadly.
I think I got the last one, or at least that's what my uncle said underneath a car park. I'm very excited to show it to our entire audience, though.
Of course.
So this is the PS5 controller.
Okay.
No wires, which is pretty exciting. It's all battery, not included in the asking price though, and I think that's a bit cheeky. But it's got all the classic controls. It's got your joystick. Mm-hmm. It's got your sad stick.
All right.
It's got your directions. You got north. You've got east, south, and northwest.
Yep.
That travels. That's called all your movement. The buttons you'd expect to have: X, cross, add, and multiply. But what I'm really excited about, Chazz, because I think it's fair to say that this is PlayStation's biggest console yet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Their biggest console.
Biggest launch.
And this one just gets bigger because you can activate something called Big Mode. Big Mode, which makes this the biggest console that PlayStation have ever made.
Okay, Luke, just a few things.
Yeah.
Are you 100% sure that is a legitimate PlayStation 5 controller?
Yeah, it came in the box, didn't it? So, yes.
Do you have the box?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it right here, mate. Look at that.
Okay.
PS. Postscript. Yes, this is a real PlayStation 5. That's what it stands for, I think.
Right.
I've got a letter from Sony.
You've got a letter from Sony.
You know what Sony stands for?
Sony is not an acronym.
It stands for So Offended, Not You.
That really got away from you, didn't it?
Yeah, I planned to say something else. Anyway, I thought we'd play a few PlayStation 5 games here on the stream.
I would love to see if that thing even plays games, let alone PlayStation 5 games.
Well, Chazz, you are going to be sorely with the eggs on your face, okay? So.
Well, I lent you my capture card, so if you plug in the capture card, we should get the game footage over.
Great, that's really exciting. We're first going to play what really is just more of a test to show off the PS5's. Can I say bloody great graphics?
A lot of teraflops.
Yeah, all the teraflops. It's got bloody loads of them. So the game they first released, more just to show what it's capable of, it's called Sandwich Emulator. And Chance, just let me know when that's on.
Okay, it's loading. 99%, 100, and go.
All right, Sandwich Emulator. Let's see.
Sandwich Emulator. We're gonna make a sandwich. Sandwich Emulator.
Oh my god, was that me?
Make sandwich. Make sandwich.
Okay, yeah, this is it. So basically, we're making a sandwich. Lurpak, I'm going for Lurpak. That's what I'm. See, this is where the northwest button really comes in handy, Chazz.
Right.
It's unlike any game I've really played before. I really do feel like I'm making a sandwich. Okay, here we are. Knife. I put mix nuts and bolts. Mix nuts and bolts. God, it's got a nice sense of humor. This game.
Is that a cordless landline I can see there?
I think it is. I'm going to instead go for the totally unprocessed, unmutated, homegrown, organic British honey roasted. I can't quite see what it is, but I think it's some kind of ham. I'm going to slip that in. Oh, bloody hell! Oh, God, it's a horror game as well. I had no idea. That's a lot. Okay. Let's go for what do you reckon? Mustard or acrylic? Mustard or acrylic?
I think acrylic.
Okay, I'm gonna go acrylic. All right, gonna pour that on. God, I hope I get to taste this. So, as you can see, the graphics on this, they're absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, hello.
Oh, I think the phone's going off.
Yeah, I'm being called. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. Hello.
Hello. I was just wondering if you would like a panini maker.
I love a panini maker. What? Oh no! Oh,
You accidentally
no.
pressed the cross button instead of the X button.
Must have. I press cross instead of X. I'm still getting used to it, really. All
Put
right,
the
is that
tea bag in.
Tea bag. All right, tea bag. Here we are. 3. Why not? Enjoy yourself. A bit of wood glue. Why not? I thought that was mayo, but Chaz, I'm going to be honest. The story of this isn't clear. But whoa,
that is murder.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I can't tell if you won or lost.
I don't know either, but I think that's
all right.
true.
Turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. Turn that off.
It's off. Don't worry, mate. It can't hurt you anymore.
Horrible. That was absolutely horrible. I paid for that.
How much did you pay for that? You didn't pay 70 quid for that, did you?
Not 70 quid. 70 billion.
Oh, that's too much.
That's how Amazon made all that money. It's just off me.
It's just off you. You gave him 70 billion.
Give him 70 billion.
Think about all the penny chews you could have gotten with that.
Well, we've got a few more games. We'll see what else is on offer on the old PS5 a little bit later. But I think it's about time we really got back to some more news telling, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So we've actually got a real life journalist in the studio with us for Cardboard News Network today. It's absolutely fantastic. You're going to love it to bits. Lorna Rose Treen, and she's going to tell us all about Darwin.
All right.
Pass it over to Lorna.
Hi there, Luke. Yes. Hello. Hi there, Luke. Hello. I am here in the Cambridge University Library because Charles Darwin, a Victorian, has come up trumps again because we have found one of his missing diaries, which has been missing for many, many years, which in historical terms means many, many years. Now, I am lucky enough to be able to have the book with me now, and we can see what's inside it. So this is a very precious book, which is why I'm wearing the gloves. We'll just see what's inside it. Great. So we all know about the theory of evolution, don't we? We've got this little guy, this little guy, this little guy, going into this slightly, ignore that, slightly bigger guy, eventually ending up with the man that we all know and love. But what Darwin's second book postulates is not the theory of evolution, but the theory of revolution. You see, a simple addition. This was Darwin's kind of, sequel to the book. His like tricky second album, if you will. His Evan Almighty, which was an okay film.
I will need to fact check that later regarding Evan Almighty.
I am the one in the library, so if you know what I mean. So what this composites is, all of this was correct. But what happens now? We're here. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you, Lorna.
All the way.
Now, of course, this is just symbolic. This could be, this could be that guy. This could be that guy, any man, really. This could be this person. This person. It's kind of metaphorical for humanity. Really, it could be anybody. But it's really hard to pick up pieces of magazine with gloves on.
I think that's part of why that's the rule. It's to stop people from reading the magazines in the libraries.
It keeps it to the real nerds.
I like James McAvoy with this kind of mane of other flesh. I think it's a good look.
James McAvoy with clown hair is a surprisingly good look.
And a veil.
Oh, you got to have the veil.
And a tiny boy's body. So we're here, man, as we know today. But what his book actually suggests is that we start to go down again. The descent of man, if you will. You can see us there, over the years, becoming a bit smaller. And one strange detail which I think only Darwin could foresee. We have evolved through natural selection to adapt to what our needs in society are. Can you notice what the difference is, Luke?
Well, yeah, we've got. I have to say, Lorna, it looks like we've developed a kind of trunk, like a Hoover.
It's
Are we
very
becoming
anteater-esque.
Yes, exactly.
I would go further than esque. I would say it's just very anteater.
Yes. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. The anteater's only got 3 legs as well. Is one of his legs become his head?
I think that might be a perspective thing.
Which end's his head? Is that his head? The kind of trunk?
That's an ear.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a trunk.
Yeah. What are the other bits?
That's some arms.
Yeah. What's the line?
That's James McAvoy.
Yeah. No. I'm with you there. Is that what's going on between the 2 legs? That little line.
Some fingers over there.
All right. Yeah.
There's some legs. We're adapting. We're evolving.
Why, Lorna? Why?
This isn't the whys. This is the how. This is the practicals of what we're going to look like.
Okay, but is there a specific biological evolutionary imperative that we return to all fours?
Yes. Well, the all fours thing can be best described by this little lady. Think how easier it would be for him to get around.
That does make sense.
And think about the trunk in relation to this little guy. When she sat at her desk, she can suck soup up from a bowl without even having to use her hands.
Okay.
So the implication here being that we will evolve to crawl on all fours and slurp food off the ground like baseless animals.
I'm looking forward to it.
What's quite interesting about this is the timeline.
Oh, yes. What is the timeline? Because usually the evolutionary process is, tens, hundreds of millions of years.
This is 2024.
Right. 4 years. 4 years.
Got 4 years.
We're about here now. I can feel it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I've got fingers, so that does look like me, if I'm honest. I've got fingers.
And I look like James McAvoy, so...
You do.
Thank you for humouring me.
Yeah. Can I ask a quick question, Lorna? I don't want to send you too off piste, but it seems like it goes James McAvoy, clown, and then back to James McAvoy again. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, he's ahead of us all.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah. I explain why he's in so many movies and I'm in none.
Yes, you're back here with your fingers.
Okay, all right.
Well, there we have it. The revolution of species.
Wow.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Lorna, so this got stolen from a library, is what I read in the news, is that Darwin's diaries got stolen from the library. Did you steal them?
No, well, stealing is a word that some people might use for when someone takes something that isn't theirs.
That's exactly what stealing means.
But doesn't science belong to us all?
I'm sorry?
Doesn't science belong to every one of us?
I think as long as you're planning on taking it back to the library, I don't think it's stealing, Chazz.
Yes. Can thoughts be stolen?
Right. It did happen 20 years ago, Lorna. How old are you?
Many, many years. Many years.
That's amazing.
That's the anteater, and making her look younger.
All right. Well, I think that I'm glad I've had that explained. Thanks very much, Lorna.
You're welcome. Thanks. Back to you in the studio.
Okay. Well, God, I've learned a lot. Well, I'm glad we've solved the mystery of where Darwin's diaries got accidentally.
If anything, we learned too much, Luke.
I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a bit like reading the end of the Bible. I don't want to know. I don't want to know where it's going to go. But I do want to know more about the extra features on this here little remote. Do you think we've covered them all, Chazz?
Luke, is there a paperclip on one side of that
There is, Chaz, a paperclip, or is it? Well, it is a paperclip, but it's so. I've often found myself during a game wanting to note down some of my favorite moments, and now I can do that thanks to this little attachment. Making your gameplay experience a lot more interactive is what I find. Also, some extra buttons I didn't cover earlier, but we're going to have to use them in this very next game.
Fair.
We have some more classics. You've got R1.
R1, yeah.
We've got R2D2. There we go. So those are some buttons we're going to be using. I asked the audience what I should play next, and according to Phileas X Leo, very exciting, Helpless Elvis got some great reviews from IGN. So that's what we're going to be playing next, Helpless Elvis. So can we boot it up, please, Chaz?
Absolutely. I'm just booting up the capture card.
Helpless Elvis is very much the PS5's answer to Wii Fit in many ways. It's got a kind of fitness movement Zumba element that will
makes sense. Here we go. It's nearly loaded. 3, 2, 1.
Great. All right. Helpless Elvis. All right, let's press start. Oh, bloody hell, I didn't draw that on. Okay. Chaz, can you press start for me?
Yes, certainly. The start.
Great, lovely. All right, let's start. Let's give it a go. Start.
Please put on your PS5 specially purchased VR goggles.
Oh God, the VR goggles. I did remember that.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Because you're saying it with an intonation like you've just remembering about it now.
No. I remembered it and I've got it.
It's the only way to enjoy the full experience.
God, it's really interactive, isn't it?
Don't worry. I've got it.
How are you, Chaz?
I'm doing very well, thank you, game.
Okay, here we are. VR goggles. Make sure I can see. All right, I'm ready. Let's play away.
All right, start.
Okay. It's good that I can see. What's going on? Okay, sad looking. Sad guy. Oh, I've got to cheer him up somehow. Say, what does it say? Elvis is blue. Ask him what's wrong. Okay, what's wrong, Elvis? What's wrong?
It's my lip, Mama. It don't move the way it used to.
I'm playing Elvis's mother. That's interesting. Okay. To help Elvis, activate sad stick. Yeah, the sad stick. Here we go. So I'm just gonna kind of. It's very much like kind of it's rubbing, kind of a round rubbing motion. Here we go.
Oh look, it's directly you're caressing his face.
Yeah, and it really does feel like.
Eyes, Mama.
Oh, that's his eye. I want to go down. Okay, I want to go the other direction. Here we go.
Okay, careful not to stick your hand in his mouth.
Oh God, I don't want to.
On my nose, Mama. You're taking me to Heartbreak Hotel here.
I'm so sorry. Elvis. Down. South. I'm gonna go south. I'm gonna try going south. Northwest. Let's see if I can go northwest. Oh bloody hell, this is tough. This is, I think, one of the harder games released on the PS5, which is why it's really got. Having trouble, try using big mode. Of course, I knew that would come in handy. All right. Big mode now has been activated. This is a topical show.
Oh, yeah, man, it really does. It really does. Yeah, it's huge now.
The graphics on this, again, I won't say they're lifelike, but they're like something. Here we go. Let's get that lip up. Let's do it. All right, here we go. This is exactly what I imagined when.
Hey, Mama, you really helped me out there. I was wondering if you could help me with my other problem as well.
Oh God, sounds a bit dodgy. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Whatever it is.
For this, you need to attach the specially purchased PS5 belt function on your controller.
Oh right, yeah. So this is another bit of capability of the paperclip. It's kind of like a Wii Fit element. I've got the belt on already. It's a bit like Zumba. So I've attached it to my belt now. All right, let's take it away, Elvis.
You're gonna help me get my groove back, but before I need to lay down a little jam.
All right. Oh God. So this is the actual music of Elvis. They got it copyrighted for the game, which is very exciting. All right, so what I'm going to do here is kind of move my hips.
I can see
that. Here we are. Let's do a figure of 8. Why not? Figure of 8.
It's real good, Mama.
All right.
I would just like to remind all of our viewers, you are watching the news.
Yeah, this is the news. This is what the news is like now. Chazz, I just want you to notice the kind of responsive element of this controller. This has not been seen since the Wii Fit. You know, oh god, what if I go backwards? Bit of butt. There we are.
Move on, Las Vegas. Oh, thank you, Mama. You did it.
You did
Oh.
it.
You did it for me.
No worries, son. That's just what your mama's here for.
That's the end of the game because I forgot the ending card. Thank you very much.
Oh wow, thanks, Elvis. Oh man, I like the meta elements of the PS5. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
what
the
I'm a
meta
fan
element
of.
is what makes it charming.
I really think Helpless Elvis has the potential to be, if not historic, at least present. You know,
Yeah.
at least I think we'll remember it. We'll remember it today, I reckon.
I think so.
It's very similar to many other games in the PS5 canon, all the games that the PlayStation has been so well known for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it aside a little bit because I think we're getting a little bit off the news. I want to cover something a bit serious.
We do have our exclusive expose from our hamster correspondent.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I'm covering now to our hamster correspondent, who's going to talk a little bit about the corruption scandal surrounding previous French President Nicolas Sarkozy. So, Toto, can you hear me, Toto? Let's cut to our hamster correspondent right now. Illuminating. Thanks very much, Toto. We'll see more of you next week. Phileas X Leo is saying that Helpless Elvis could be the game of the year, but I think you're going to change your mind when you see Avarice of Babylon, the PS5 flagship title, which is really people are talking about it. I am right now. That's pretty much it. But you know, I think soon you'll be talking about it, and that will lead to a domino effect of chat. We've got some sports news now from Ada Player. Ada, can you hear me? I've got a bit of a cavity in my Bluetooth.
Hello.
I'm not quite sure if it's working. Hello, Ada Player. Let's cut to Ada for some sports news, please, Chazz.
Thank you, Luke. Yes, it has been a big week for sport this week. A lot of sport has happened. We've had a lot of games being played and things being done. Primarily, we have had two teams. We've had a blue team and we have had a red team. Red of fire, of heat, of love. Blue of oceans and ice. These two teams have come together for a match. It has been a lot of tension in the air. These teams are not friends, not at all. So the players have been on the match. They have been running up and down the match field and kicking the ball, just kicking it as much as they can, more than ever. And the fans, they have been up in the stadiums looking down at the balls, and they've been saying, "Come on, team," and doing their little songs where they sing the songs to boost the players' feelings, and they feel good and they kick the ball more. But then suddenly they start kicking the ball and only the Blues have the ball now. So then the fans up here, they start getting, "Oh, this is all wrong. This shouldn't be happening down here." And they start shouting to the players. They start shouting, "Hey, you, stop kicking the ball." And they say, "You know what? I want this guy to kick the ball more than this guy." And then the players on this side of the pitch, they start shouting, "Hey, you don't know what you're talking about. I want this guy to kick the ball more than this guy. This guy's kicking the ball enough." And then the players, they're in the middle of all this and they're looking around and they're feeling, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And they're looking at the ball and they're saying, "I don't know whether or not I should kick the ball or not." There's a lot of people who are saying I shouldn't kick the ball right now. And then they're also saying, "Yeah, I feel like maybe you should kick the ball because I kicked it last time and he doesn't want me to kick And then Ronaldo comes up from behind and he's running towards the ball and he's gonna kick it. And he takes his leg and he kicks the ball. And he kicks the ball. He kicks it harder. He kicks it faster. He kicks it better than anybody has ever kicked a ball before. And it goes so far, so high through the atmosphere. It goes all the way into space. And we're in space, and we're in Apollo, and the scientists are in Apollo, and they're looking out the windscreen, and then they go, there goes the ball, and they say, oh my God, Ronaldo has kicked a ball into space. And they go, what's the science here? And they say, how is this? We got to figure out the physics. And then the ball is going even higher. It's going past Apollo. It's going to the moon. And there's the moon. And on the moon Neil is there. Neil Armstrong. And he's got his flag. And he's planting his flag. And he's looking out to space, getting ready to do his speech about the moon. And then suddenly the ball goes up past the moon, and Neil sees the moon, and he sees the ball. He's on the moon, and he sees the ball, and he goes, oh my God, Ronaldo has kicked a ball into space. And he's staring at the ball, looking at it. And then suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he sees something floating. It's floating there in the space. It's a leg. A human leg. There's no body on the leg, it's just a leg. Ronaldo's leg in a space. And Neil is stood there and he's looking at the ball and he's looking at the leg and he's so confused and upset and he needs to say his speech. And then ground controller like, Neil, are you there? It's time to do the speech, Neil. You're meant to be saying the speech that we wrote together about walking on the, and then Neil's there and he's got his flag in the moon and he's looking at the flag. And he's trying to say the speech, but the words, they just won't come. The words, they're not in his soul anymore. All he can say is, Ronaldo kicked his leg into space. How can I say my speech when Ronaldo has kicked his leg into space? Turn off the cameras. I can't do this anymore. Ronaldo has kicked his leg into space. And then all of the TV cameras in the world go black. The space walk on the moon is cancelled. Thank you. That's the sport today.
Oh my God! Wow, Ada, that was absolutely incredible. That was incredible sport.
Yeah, brilliant reporting.
Does this finally answer why Neil Armstrong's first words on the moon were Ronaldo's leg is in space?
I think that would be historically the right assumption that would be made.
I'm going to run this through a little quick Wikipedia, but yeah, no, that is I've always wondered that. I have always wondered that, Ada. Someone earlier said they live in space. I can't remember who it was. Baldy3. Baldy3 says he lives in space. And Baldy3, if you wouldn't mind perhaps giving us some fact checking, that would it would be appreciated. Ada, I've got some good news for us. We've gone up from 20 to 22 viewers during that broadcast of yours.
Fact check, 24.
24. Holy moly! All right, not bad. Ada, whereabouts are you in? Whereabouts are you at the moment?
At the moment, I'm in Bristol.
Bristol. Would you like to find out which tier Bristol is in?
Yes, please. I would really like that.
All right, let's give it a go. I've got to find some of the balls, but I'm gonna give them a spin. All right, here goes. I'm just gonna see which one it is. Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, we have one left, which is TS, which is Sir Tia Starmer, which means you have to stay in unless you're a member of the far left, in which case you must leave voluntarily or apologise. That's it. That's good news, isn't it? It's not so bad. Well, Ada, thanks so very much. We'll see you in the future again for some more sports news, I'm sure.
Thank you, Luke.
Wow, that well, I'm learning. Was that from 1969? That news, Chazz?
I don't know. All I know is it was damn good reporting.
What happened to the current affairs style?
You first, my friend.
I know. I think it's just gone from where I think we started bad and continued that way. But speaking of the present day, Chazz, what people are clamoring for is the headline game of the entire PlayStation franchise, which is Avarice of Babylon. People are really excited to see it.
I have heard about this. They spent 6 years developing this. 50 million poured into its development.
Yeah, I hear they had to invent the PS5 very much for this game. And for this one, I'm just going to be using one of the final features of the PS5 controller. You may have noticed, very unusually, it's got a headphone jack.
That's not unusual with controllers at all.
In your headphones, and you can really hear the soundtrack. There we are. I'm very excited because this one's got an Oscar-nominated soundtrack, which is amazing because it's not a film. Should we boot it up, Chazz?
Absolutely. I'm going to boot it up. I can see that there's a fairly long intro cinematic. So this is some exclusive cinematic and gameplay footage. This is exclusive of Avarice of Babylon. Here we go.
The year is 3046. You are Xylon Phoenix, an undercover cybernetic AI operative who has rebelled against the programming of his masters, the oppressive Nubaton Glaxonian Empire. On the run, you must guide Xylon to the safe zone in Alpha Big Anus, traversing the perilous plains of the Ulaj Galaxy and all that lies between, battling foes of imaginable power. Okay, yeah, we're live. He can also communicate with dinosaurs. That's quite a big part of the game. Should have mentioned it. Sorry. Press start to begin game.
Okay, Avarice of Babylon. Oh, here I am. I think that must be me, the robot fellow that we had described earlier.
We must get to the other side.
Okay, yeah, he says we must get to the other side. So we're on the right side. I'm going to try. I've not got a left. Oh, northwest. Perfect. Northwest. Aha! Up we go. All right. It's I think it's a kind of swing. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a sort of swing.
Right.
It's like Pitfall.
This is great. This is just an old school platformer, but I've really heard it gets very interesting later on in the game. And there we are on the next side of the screen.
There seems to be some sort of.
We did it. Now to call my trusty dinosaur friend Simon.
Okay, so there's a dinosaur friend Simon.
That's R2D2. Yep, there we are. Let's call him.
Ah! He's eating me! He's eating me! Oh my God! Ah!
Is that it? What? Do you not going to play again?
No, the credits are running. It's a lot of credits.
Can God, a lot of people working on it.
That's a lot of people on the graphics team.
That's amazing. I wasn't. Is that the end? Did I win?
I don't think you did.
I think that's what Avarice of Babylon is really about, is that no matter what you choose in life, you're always going to end up in the same place.
Yeah. These credits show no sign of stopping.
That is... yeah, well, I can't. Stephen Campbell, I love him. He's great.
That's a good egg. Angela McDonald. I went to school with her.
Chazz, should we...
yeah. We don't need to see the whole credits. Let's cut away from this.
Can you come back to those later?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's you and me now, buddy.
Oh, that's good. Health warning, Chazz. VR, absolutely. Your eyes just takes them. Little joke. I'm fine. Whew. Get a PS5, lads, is what I'm saying. Avarice of Babylon. mean, you've seen the game, but you really have to experience it to truly understand why we bothered. You have to play it yourself. You must. Lead game designer on that game was Kit Sullivan. Please do check out his other work, such as Sandwich Emulator. Really a real bevy of games, I would say, Chaz. Yeah. You should play some of these on your own Twitch stream, I think, mate.
I'm sure I do very well in the numbers.
I think it would really, once the word's travelled, it could be big.
Nothing but exclusives.
Well, Chaz, I think we've really reached the end of the program. I mean, I reached the end of my material a long time ago, but I ran out of news, I think is what happened. I ran out. Yeah, that does tend to happen sometimes. I've got 2 more pieces that I've had especially prepared for this week's show. Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Chaz. What's going on? What's going on? Chaz? Well, today is November the 29th, which means that we will be shortly entering December, which means that it is the end of Movember, which is where people grow moustaches to raise money for charity. So I thought that we would take a moment to honor their sacrifice and salute all of the fine pieces of facial hair that we're going to lose in the next few days. I will Movember you. Will you Movember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for memories. Yeah, harrowing stuff. Sad loss, Chaz, if I may say so. Well, lest we forget that it's also the end of No Nut November. Oh yeah, what's No Nut November, Chaz? That is when people forego masturbating for an entire calendar month. And so, in honor of their sacrifice, let's salute some of history's greatest wankers. All right. I will No Nut November you. Will you No Nut November me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for memories. There you go. Chaz, who was that last one? Real nasty piece of work. I recognise him. I recognise him from somewhere. Bloody hell. Well, you probably wouldn't recognise him. He's a bloody time waster. He's in my bedroom. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, anyway. Good to see Kaiser Wilhelm in there. Never knew he was one of the great masturbators. He had more withered arms. That's pretty impressive. Ellie BW says she's at the end of her tether. Ellie, whoever's tethered you, get them to cut it off and be free. Lose that tether. Lose it. We're now at the very end of the program. So that leaves nothing more than for us to say thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to our guest correspondents, Kit Sullivan, Lorna Rose Treen, Ada Player. We have been the Cardboard News Network with Chazz Redhead, myself, Luke Rollason, and Georgia House, and also Toto, our hamster correspondent. Chazz, anything you want to add? No, just make sure that if you did enjoy the Cardboard News Network, we will be starting a YouTube channel where you can watch back previous episodes. And please do tell your friends to tune in. We'll be back next week. And a little bit of housekeeping. My apologies to the novel coronavirus. I'm afraid we ran out of time. We had to bump you. We will try to interview you next week. Next week, yeah. Final shot for your nightmares. Jeff Bezos eating Rishi Sunak. Should we cut to credits? Cut to credits. Okay. Good night, everyone. Here we are.